We are off to the races. Welcome to Academic Challenge. My name is Jim Gifford, your host and moderator, and today we are featuring teams from Lakeshore and Berrien Springs. WSJM's Academic Challenge features scholastic competition involving high schools from Berrien and Van Buren counties and is sponsored by Waterville Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. And first we meet the teams, and we'll start with Berrien Springs with the players, and let's not forget the coaches this time. Step up to the microphone and identify yourselves, please.
Joseph Johnson, Senior.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Reeves, Junior.
Jessica Chin, Senior.
Joshua Bennett, Sophomore.
And your coach, Matthew?
Our coach is Mrs. Shum.
Ta-da! Over to Lakeshore. You folks are...
I'm Anna Haynes, Senior.
Connor Ashley, Senior.
Michael Connor, Junior.
Myrna, Senior.
And Anna, your coach.
Our coach is Miss Christine Sloan.
And everybody's ready to go. Here are the basic rules. First and second halves, we announce the value of each question before it's asked. You have 10 seconds to answer, 15 if it's a math question. When you press your button, please wait to be recognized. Please work the microphones close so you sound professional. No consultation allowed in this half. There will be in the second 60-second round, but we'll get to that shortly. I'm scorekeeping and judging, and Alec Heiler over by here is asking the questions today. So if we are ready, let's get after it. Alec, let me get my clock going here, and then whenever you're ready, begin the first half.
First question will be worth 5 points. Put these in order from smallest to largest. 75%, 2/3, 5/8, and 2/5.
Michael, Lakeshore?
2/5, 2/3, 5/8, and 75%.
That is incorrect.
Oh, what did I do?
Berrien Springs, 5 seconds.
That's stupid.
Matthew.
2/5, 2/3, 5/8, and 75%.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is 2/5, 5/8, then
5/8,
2/3,
yeah.
then 75%.
Yeah, because that's
For 10 points, a plant which grows in India and other Eastern countries produces seeds which are especially valuable in cooking and for their oil. If it will help you to identify this plant, its name is linked with a mythical band of outlaws and is part of the name of a well-known children's television show.
Jessica, Berrien Springs.
Sesame.
That is correct for 10 points. So I have no idea where that was going. For 20 points, which is the largest cathedral in Germany?
Anna, Lakeshore.
St. Mark's.
That is incorrect.
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
St. Peter.
Also incorrect. The correct answer is Cologne Cathedral. For 10 points.
Not nice.
A person living in the United States is likely to have a tax imposed on him by 3 separate authorities for public purposes. Name these 3 authorities.
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
Is it state, federal, and county?
That'll work.
That'll work. State, federal, and local, but yeah, I think county's close enough.
That was how many?
10? For 10 points. For 20 points, although it was a popular song among the Confederate soldiers, it was written by a man who was born in Mount Vernon, Ohio. The song is Dixie.
Oh. Joseph. Really, with a hair trigger finger.
Yeah.
Take a shot at it.
Banjo. Oh, Aaron Copland.
That is incorrect.
Finish the question.
Name the composer of
Okay,
Dixie.
Lakeshore, anybody? 5 seconds. And that's time.
And that is Daniel Decatur Emmett.
It's okay, Joe. We love you.
For 15 points, in degrees Celsius, what is normal human body temperature?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
24 degrees.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore. 5 seconds. Myrna.
25 degrees.
You guys would be dead. I think the correct answer is 37 degrees.
Oh, you
And
want
also,
me
this is
there?
America. We use Fahrenheit. For 10 points,
Dude, scare 'em.
what six-syllable noun completes this sentence? The image of Achilles' heel is used as a reference to.
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Vulnerability.
That is correct for 10 points. For 15 points, college knowledge is the subject of this matching question. Correlate the following cities with their respective private colleges. The cities are Durham, North Carolina, Ithaca, New York, New Haven, Connecticut, South Bend, Indiana. The colleges are Cornell, Duke, Notre Dame, and Yale.
Myrna, Lakeshore.
Cornell with New York, Duke, North Carolina. South Bend is Notre Dame. And could you repeat the last one? Or no?
No.
Yeah.
Got it? No? Yes?
And Connecticut with Yale.
That's all well and good, except that we asked for those cities, and you were given states.
So, I mean, they were. That's my problem, yeah.
Yeah. Let's, Berrien Springs, you're going to get a shot at that, because we did, they did ask for the cities.
It's an interesting question.
So, anybody? You're safe. Because you had them right.
Yeah. So, Durham is North Carolina, but it's Duke. Ithaca, New York, Cornell, New Haven, Connecticut, Yale, and then South Bend, Indiana, Notre Dame. So, I mean, you had the hard part.
All right.
Sorry about that. For 15 points, as king, he changed the capital back to Thebes, although he at first followed the new religion of Akhenaten. Who was he?
Connor, Lakeshore.
Ramses.
That is incorrect.
Berrien Springs. Joseph.
Ramses II.
Also incorrect. The correct answer there is Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun.
Oh, okay. Egyptian. Okay.
I was pretty impressed though that we got the right civilization there. For 5 points,
there's one.
what is the British spelling of the word jail?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Is it like Gale?
That is incorrect.
Did you write that down?
Lakeshore.
Yeah.
Anna.
GAEL.
That was close too.
So close.
The correct answer is GAOL. Once again, America. For 20 points, perhaps the most celebrated piece of embroidery ever created is a 230-foot piece of needlework made up of a series of scenes from the life of Harold and the invasion of the conquest of England by William the Conqueror. What is it called?
Time.
All on the tip of your tongues there. I believe this is I think it's Bayeux Tapestry, or maybe Bayou. Know your tapestry for 100, Alex. For 10 points, what basic unit has been redefined as the distance light travels through space in 1/299,792,458 of a second?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Speed of light.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Anna.
Light speed.
Also, we just needed the basic unit for that, and so that is in meter. So that's a meter. That's kind of tough, though. I've actually never heard of that term. For 10 points, to within a kilometer per hour, convert 55 miles per hour to metric. Convert 55 miles per hour to metric within a kilometer per hour.
Joseph just in under the wire. Berrien Springs.
90 kilometers an hour.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore. Myrna.
92 kilometers per hour.
If you went the other way, I could have taken it. It was 88.5, but I could have taken 87.5 through 89.5. I won't even say it this time. For 20 points, complete this verse from Psalm 23. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Surely.
Anna, Lakeshore.
And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
For 20 points. Nicely done. For 5 points, that which began by liberating man politically has developed a dangerous tendency to enslave him through the tyranny of majorities and the deadly power of their opinion. What form of government is Ludwig Louison criticizing?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Dictatorship?
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore, Myrna.
Monarch.
Also incorrect. Correct answer there is democracy.
Okay, then.
Oh, wow.
You're basically saying the majority kind of screws over the minority. Yeah. For 20 points, Pascal said of her nose, had it been shorter, the whole aspect of the world might have been altered. Whose nose was he talking about?
Connor, Lakeshore.
Mona Lisa.
That is incorrect.
Berrien Springs, 5 seconds. Time.
Cleopatra is the correct answer there.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Cause yeah.
That makes sense.
For 5 points, the Americas have known only 2 instances of legalized polygamy in the 19th century. It was allowed in Paraguay between 1865 and 1870 to replenish its population reduced by war. The other experience involved what group in North America?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
The Mormons?
That is correct for 5 points. For 15 points.
This, by the way, will be the final question of the first half.
For 15 points, the 12th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution passed in 1804. It specifies one thing the President and the Vice President cannot have in common. What is it?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Last name?
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore,
Related.
5 seconds. And that is time.
And that is they cannot be from the same state.
And that is the end of the first half of today's academic challenge. We'll be back with the score and the 60-second round after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
If you guys ever get time, go on the Wikipedia page. I think it's the War of the Three Nations is what it's called, or the Three Powers. It's that Paraguay war they're talking about. I think Paraguay lost like 85% of the men between 18 and 50. Like, it is by far the bloodiest, like, if you take into account the population size of around, is Brazil, Paraguay, and either Uruguay or Argentina. It's incredible, like, reading about it. So that's why they legalized polygamy.
For like a short time, then they have to like ban it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I never understood, I guess. It's maybe for tax purposes, but yeah, it's like, why is it necessary?
Too many wives.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has one
What
left.
category is this?
Oh, categories, Lakeshore also, so you guys know, are state trees. That's the one we decided to use.
Yeah.
Bar soap.
Yeah.
And books.
Well, I don't want to eat one. Don't look at me.
I used to have to do that when I
We
said
have
curse
state
words when I was
trees,
little.
bar soap.
Bar soap.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What did we want?
You ever have to eat that crap?
Figure it
I
out.
did.
Actually,
sounds
books.
hard.
I did.
The
Wash
worst-
your mouth out with soap.
I don't think we
The
can
worst
do
is when we ran out of bar soap. My grandmother used liquid
Yeah,
soap.
we're losing.
That was brutal.
Okay, scoot in so you
Because
can
the
yell
bar
at
soap
me
is not
because
holding.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
know.
It's the liquid soap, you're just shot in it.
Well, there's no math. Yeah. See?
Oh, is that even legal?
Please be children's
Legalized
books.
No
poison.
math. Thank God.
Can't believe I have
Man, what the hell is it with grandmothers?
There's six
Maybe
human
they'll name
beings.
like characters and then ask what book. That would be cool.
In your mouth.
Ready when you are, good.
You want to do that?
All right, people, let's come back and do this. All right, here we go. At the end of the first half, the score, Berrien Springs 35, Lakeshore 20. And we move on to the 60-second round. Teams, you have 3 categories to choose from. We give you 60 seconds to answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Each is worth 10 points. There's a 20-point bonus if you answer all 10 of them within the time limit. You are, in this case, encouraged to consult with one another. The answers must come from the team captain, however. You can pass on a given question so you don't chew up all your time. After the minute's up, the opposing team has a chance to answer the ones you missed or could not get to. And Lakeshore, you're trailing at the moment. You'll have first choice of these categories: state trees, bar soap, and books.
We'll
Where are we
take
going?
Books.
They're going with books. So we are going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Again, remember, you can confer and you can pass if you don't know. And whenever you are ready, Alec, does this need a setup?
No, sir.
All right, here we go.
Encyclopedias and atlases are found in what section of the library?
Reference.
That is correct. For information about the time of sunrise or sunset, you would consult what reference book?
An almanac.
That is correct. What is the best known thesaurus in English history? Or what is the best known thesaurus in English?
Oxford.
That is incorrect. What is the name of the only novel written by Sylvia Plath?
The bell jar.
That is correct. In what country are Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises and For Whom the Bell Tolls set?
Pass.
In her book, what does Irma Bombeck call the second oldest profession?
Pass.
Who is the talking spider in E.B. White's famous novel?
Charlotte.
That is correct. Who is the author of the book Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Pass.
What was the last book of the trilogy that began with Mutiny on the Bounty?
Pass.
In what language was Dante's Divine Comedy written?
Italian.
That is correct.
5 correct for Lakeshore in this round here for a total of 50 points. And we'll turn it back over to Berrien Springs now to see how they can do with the ones that were missed in this round on books.
Is that what you think?
Everybody ready?
Put thesaurus.
Here we go. 60 seconds back on the clock. Berrien Springs, it's yours.
What is the best known thesaurus in English?
Merriam?
That is incorrect. In what country are Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises and For Whom the Bell Tolls set?
What is that? I would say England, because that's a good place. I like it.
France?
That is incorrect. In her book, what does Irma Bombeck call the second oldest profession?
Prostitution.
No. Joe! The doctor?
That is incorrect. Who is the author of the book Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Asimov?
That is incorrect. What was the last book of the trilogy that began with Mutiny on the Bounty?
Everything's all good now?
That is incorrect.
Wrong answer and wrong assessment of this
Okay, what was
situation.
that job that we missed?
0 correct for Berrien Springs on that one. And why don't you go ahead and give them the correct answers there if we're all done with that category.
All right, so the best known thesaurus is Thesaurus of English Words and Phrases by Peter Mark Roget. Or Roget.
Roger.
I got it.
Roger's thesaurus is the one that everybody.
And then Spain. I've read both Whom the Bell Tolls and Sun Also Rises. It's actually one you probably should read because it's not awful. In her book, Irma Bombeck calls motherhood the second oldest profession.
Prostitution is the oldest. Okay. So you're on the right track.
Just one after that.
Steven Spielberg wrote Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, okay.
And Pitcairn's Island, is that how I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Is Mutiny on the Bounty.
All right, let's. We have 2 categories left, and Berrien Springs, you get to choose between them. The final categories are state trees or bar soap.
We're going to go for bar soap.
Bar soap. Now, this will be fun if nothing else.
Yeah.
Your teacher even knew trees, like a lot, and you're going against her.
All right.
We don't know trees though.
60 seconds. Does this need a setup,
It does.
Alec? All right, the setup, and then we'll start the clock.
Okay.
We found 10 bars of half-used soap with consecutive letters that hadn't been washed away. How many brands can you recognize?
We're going to give you the letters that are still showing on the bar soap,
Write down as
and
many
then
as
you
you
will
can right now.
identify the brand name of the soap. All right? Here you go.
AMA.
Pass.
EST.
Zest.
Zest?
That is correct. IAL.
Dial?
That is correct. VOR.
Dover? Dover?
That is incorrect. LMO.
Pass.
OV.
Dove.
That is correct. EBU.
Pass.
CO.
Comment?
Comet.
That is incorrect. ISH space SPR.
Irish Spring.
Irish Spring.
That is correct. AV.
Take a shot at it.
Avail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Sorry.
4 correct for Berrien Springs for a total of 40 points there.
We're renowned for us, so.
And we'll see what Lakeshore can do with the ones that remain here.
I don't bathe though.
All right.
All right.
Lakeshore, your shot at it, and 60 seconds on the clock.
AMA.
Just take a guess. We don't have many questions.
America, yeah.
VRR. That was incorrect. VRR.
Hmm?
Just try it.
Devore? Okay. No?
That is incorrect. LMO.
Alamo.
That is incorrect. EBU.
No clue.
Yeah. CO.
Conair.
Conair.
That is incorrect. AV.
Avon.
That is incorrect. That was a good pull. That was a good pull, though.
What are they?
And a goose egg for Lakeshore. Might as well go through them, otherwise it'll drive them nuts.
Yeah,
All right. So AMA is Kame. Is that how I say that?
Kame.
Kame.
Oh,
VOR is Ivory. That one was pretty doable.
Oh.
LMO is Palm Olive.
Oh, okay.
EBU is Life Buoy. Wow. That's why when she was going through, I'm like, no, you never to get these ones. CO is Coast, and then AV is Lava. Seems painful.
Lava?
That'll wrap
I've
up the
never heard of
60-second round. We'll check the scores and conclude the game next here on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
Life Buoy.
I've never used any of these soaps.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't use soap.
I put water on the
I just use a shampoo as a 2-on-1 kind of.
Man.
No, that's pretty good. I use well water.
I mean, I could be trapped. We could become the same job.
Yeah, that was like dish soap. He said comment, which made me laugh. Like, it is soap, but it's like I clean my golf clubs with that. And I'm like, oh my god, that hurts so bad.
I thought he was a federal official, so I was like, Secretary of Treasury.
Yeah, it's got hummus.
So, this is just some really weird stuff.
Oh, my hummus, yeah.
Hummus, yeah.
Volcanoes.
Oh, hummus. I think it's like hummus like.
The hummus looks so to eat.
Yeah, wash yourself with hummus.
Too bad. You don't see like these soaps are now illegal?
Yeah, you'll see it in garages and job shops and that kind of stuff.
I want to use Life Buoy just because that has an awesome name.
Wait, is that the one with the EBU?
Yeah.
What the heck?
However,
I was like,
save your life if you're drowning.
that zebra?
This is life, but it won't save your life if you're drowning.
Hey, that's a great show.
Hey, Sue,
He just
we got a
died
couple of
Yeah,
soaps.
the lemur died.
about like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who did we lose? Connor and Michael?
Now we're all gonna cry.
Yeah.
Right in the childhood. Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take it right here.
I almost fell in 2 months.
Zane, Z-A-Y.
I'm
that's
actually
funny.
almost reading The Sun Also Rises right now. Hemingway's the only one I can take because he's pretty.
But
He's like doesn't write just to write, you know.
what am I looking at?
I read what was that?
It looks like
I like Steinbeck. I
I
read like Dickens.
There's a
I can't
green
stand him.
version too.
Oh,
I had to
man.
read him in school.
Exactly.
Have you tried reading
Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah, I tried reading that, and no.
Great Expectations is even worse. Like I had to read that for
Really?
school and I
You
wanted
didn't have
to.
great
What do we have,
expectations.
Alec?
Great expectations.
I can't do Tale of Two Cities.
Christmas Carol was good, but after that it starts to get a little.
I heard he got paid to write by the word, so I heard like that's why he's a little more eloquent, like in his serialized stories, like Great Expectations.
If
I don't know
I
if it's
were
true.
paid per word, I'd make every sentence like
Yeah, I like Christmas
something
Carol.
really long. Like I just go Buffalo.
He also do Alfred Gallifragilistic.
All right.
You don't need that.
It's more of his play kind of style.
Are we ready over there, Soundboy? All right. Okay, we're coming back. And here we go. The score at the end of the 62nd round, Berrien Springs 75, Lakeshore 70. And it is time to find out now a little bit about what's happening at each of our schools. And we'll start with Lakeshore and Anna.
All right. Lakeshore has a lot going on in preparation for the holidays. We are excited to present the Berrien County Dance Winter Concert in the Lakeshore Auditorium this Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at the door or can be ordered ahead of time for a discount by calling the school. We will also be presenting Irving Berlin's White Christmas the following weekend, December 12th and 13th, also in the auditorium at 7 o'clock, and then a Sunday matinee on the 14th at 2. Tickets are available at the door. On Wednesday, December 10th, the 6th through 12th grade bands will present their annual holiday collage concert. The concert takes place in the high school gymnasium and starts at 7 p.m. This evening is a great chance to hear all of the middle school and high school bands. Our Lady Lancers basketball team faces Lakeview tonight at 7, so good luck to them. And we'd also like to wish our boys basketball team good luck as they open against South Haven next week at this time. And as always, go Lancers.
Thank you, Anna. And Matthew from Berrien Springs.
Greetings from Berrien Springs High School. Tonight we kick off our girls basketball season at home against Cassopolis. Good luck, ladies, especially our own Callie Staub and Ariana Palmer. Boys basketball officially begins on December 9th at New Buffalo High School. Wrestling will compete for the first season on Friday at Lakeshore High School. Next Wednesday, December 10th, we will hold our annual band concert in the high school gym beginning at 7 p.m. All bands will perform that evening. This will be the first band concert under the new direction of Mrs. Kelly Roslet. We know it would be wonderful, so don't miss it. Another exciting do not miss event is our annual Christmas choir concert to be held on December 11th at 7 p.m. in the high school gym. Wednesday, December 3rd, Berrien Springs will host the annual Senior Citizen Holiday Luncheon beginning at 11:30. The staff and students at Berrien Springs High School look forward to be welcoming the seniors to our building for a great afternoon of food and entertainment. The Berrien Springs Quizball team, in partnership with the Holland Quizball team, will co-host the 3rd annual NatQ tournament on Saturday, December 6th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll be hosting local schools as well as schools from Indiana as well as northern Michigan. The public is invited to join us for this day filled with exciting Quizball action. We'd also like to thank the radio stations of WSMJ, FM 49.9, and AM 1400, and their sponsors Chemical Bank and Lake Michigan College, Lakeshore Public Schools, and Water Lake Community Schools for sponsoring this event. Before we close, we'd like to wish you and yours a wonderful Christmas season.
Thank you, Matthew. We have a couple of substitutions here. Let's invite them to identify themselves from Lakeshore. First up,
Alec Brown, Senior.
And secondly,
Zane Knuth, Jr.
Welcome to the Bodias. Let's get started on the second half here. Alec, whenever you are ready. Right, let me find my scorecard here. Ready when you are.
For 15 points. Distress suffered by people unable to cope with the rapid and myriad social and technological changes of modern society. This phrase comes from the 1970 book of that title by Alvin Toffler. What is it?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Depression.
That is incorrect.
And Lakeshore. 5 seconds. Zane?
ADHD.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is future shock. For 20 points, expressing your answer in standard form, find the equation for the tangent to the curve y equals x squared at the point 1 and 1. So I'll read the question again. Express your answer in standard form. Find the equation for the tangent to the curve y equals x squared at the point 1, 1.
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Is it 2x?
That is incorrect.
Myrna, Lakeshore.
Y equals 2x minus 1.
That is correct.
For
20 points. For 5 points. The Harrison family was living in which mansion in the spring of 1891 when it was wired for electricity? So the Harrison family was living in which mansion in the spring of 1891?
Anna, Lakeshore.
The White House.
That is correct for 5 points. For 20 points, what is the difference between a llama, L-A-M-A, and a llama, L-L-A-M-A?
Time. Sorry. I think the buzzer beat you there, Joseph.
One is a Tibetan priest, and the other is a
That's with
South.
a single L.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the other is a South American mammal. That was the best way I could read that without being too confusing.
You're taking alpaca.
I could have taken alpaca symbol, yeah.
I was thinking that.
For 10 points, the Federalist Papers were a collection of articles written about the new American government. Who wrote 51 of the 85 articles in the Federalist?
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
It was Thomas Jefferson.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore. Anybody? Myrna?
Madison.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is Hamilton. I believe Madison did write a couple of those, though. For 20 points, why is the year 1871 of significance in German and Italian history?
Anna, Lakeshore?
Is that the year they finally declared the boundary between the two countries?
That is incorrect.
Berrien Springs, Joseph.
They declared their alliance.
Also incorrect. That is when both countries completed their plans for unification. So they, yeah.
Oh. No.
Both good guesses, though. For 5 points, how does a catamaran differ from other sailing craft?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
It doesn't have a sail.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore, Zane.
It has 2 holes.
That is correct for 5 points. For 15 points, the style of pop art emerged during which decade?
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
1990.
That is incorrect.
Is that not?
Lakeshore, 5 seconds. Alec.
The 50s.
So close. The correct answer is 1960s.
Oh. Okay.
Dude, I
For 5 points, Wichita Falls is in Texas. Where is Wichita?
Anna, Lakeshore.
Kansas.
For 5 points. For 5 points, the 3 largest American cities in square mile area are Juneau, Sitka, and Anchorage, all in Alaska. What city in Florida used to be the largest U.S. city in area?
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
It's Miami.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore, Anna.
Orlando.
That is also incorrect. What is the oft-forgot-about city of Jacksonville?
Oh,
For 15 points, name the pianist. For 15 points, name the pianist from Texas who won international acclaim in 1958 by winning the International Tchaikovsky Competition in Moscow.
Zane, Lakeshore.
Billy Joel.
That's incorrect.
Berrien Springs, take a shot. That's time.
We can call Van Cliburn the original Piano Man. For 20 points, Richard Connell's famous short story, The Most Dangerous Game, deals with a general who lives on a Caribbean island, alone except for his huge servant Ivan. He hunted helpless men whom he lured to the island as game for his hunting sport. Name this character.
Time.
And that's General Zaroff.
Wow.
That's curriculum in high schools nowadays. For 5 points, the red sky in Edward Munch's painting, The Scream, may be from the debris in the Oslo air from which volcano, half a world away?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Himalayas.
That is incorrect.
Lakeshore. 5 seconds. Anna.
Vesuvius.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is Krakatoa. For 10 points, by what name is October 29th, 1929 properly known?
Myrna, Lakeshore.
Stock market crash.
That is incorrect.
Berrien Springs. Joseph.
Black Friday.
That is also incorrect. It's a Tuesday. Black Tuesday. And you have it right. It's just I need the name of it.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah, you guys can bind your answers. You guys might have had that one. All right. For 5 points. The collection of poems which earns T.S. Eliot the nickname Felinophile is called Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. Name the contemporary Broadway play based on this work.
Jessica, Berrien Springs.
Cats?
That is correct. I guess maybe the better pronunciation is felinophile, but that's kind of weird to say. For 5 points.
Gotcha.
For 10 points, Mary Elizabeth Sawyer was born in 1806. One day in 1815, what happened on the way to Redstone Schoolhouse outside of Boston?
Matthew, Berrien Springs.
Skinner knee.
No.
No.
No,
that's
not
incorrect.
right. Lakeshore. 5 seconds.
And that would be the day her little lamb followed her to school.
Oh.
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. For 15 points, I'm going to give you 2 lists of people, 4 in each list. Each person from list 1 was connected in some way to a person from list 2. Match them. Aaron Burr, Charlotte Corday, Jesse James, Jack McCall. Second, Robert Ford, Wild Bill Hickok, Alexander Hamilton, and Jean Paul Marat.
I just remember all those 8 names.
Yeah.
How do you write it?
Don't know. Say it again.
Yeah, I can read through these one more time, guys. Aaron Burr, Charlotte Corday, Jesse James, Jack McCall, and list 2 is Robert Ford.
It's Aaron Burr.
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
It was Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. Do you want to know what happened?
No. You need to match them.
Oh, you get all of them. Okay, I'm. That.
Could you read the rest of the list
Yeah,
that you were
and then second list is Robert Ford, Wild Bill Hickok, Alexander Hamilton, and John Paul Marat.
And now we'll start the clock. That's time.
And
we match those up for him.
Yeah, that is Alexander Burr and Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton, Corday and Marat, James and Ford, and McCall and Hickok.
And now you know. This next question, last question of the second half and of the match.
Name this reed-type musical instrument. The player stretches and compressed bellows, forcing air through metal tongues.
Joseph, Berrien Springs.
The accordion.
That is correct for 10 points.
10 points. Well, that wraps it up, folks. That's the end of today's Academic Challenge match. We'll tabulate the scores and announce the winners after this on WSJM, the news and talk of Michigan's Great Southwest.
I couldn't write the names down fast.
Yeah.
All right.
That was actually a doable matching one, unlike other ones we've had where it's like, who?
Yeah.
No, I got Corday and Marat because they both sound French. But other than that,
I know I saw in the bathtub. Yeah, I have like 3 kinds.
Oh man, we're racking them up. Pretty soon we're gonna have to get more sponsors. Maybe we'll get an intermission.
We're going to have to buy more bandwidth.
Once we get past 10, we're gonna really start flying.
Anytime, Lewis. Yep, go. Okay, here we go. Wrap it up. I'll let you get back to your real lives. Here we go. We're back on WSJM's Academic Challenge to announce today's winner and to thank our sponsors. And the winners, score of 105-90, the team from Lakeshore. How about a nice hand for Lakeshore? Congratulations, and thank you all for joining us on WSJM's Academic Challenge, brought to you by Lakeshore Public Schools, Lake Michigan College, Waterville 8 Public Schools, and by Chemical Bank. And we hope you'll join us again next time when Coloma and New Buffalo go head-to-head on Academic Challenge. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated.
I
Must be upstairs.